This episode was a nail biter. There's people almost dying everywhere. Felicity is reclaiming her time. And who doesn't love breakfast for dinner? This is the AfterBuzz Show. Let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Yeah, we got the boss bringing us in. I had to look that up. I couldn't remember.
The boss?
I forgot Bruce Springsteen's nickname.
Oh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, because he's the boss.
Now you do.
Now you do.
Why are we using this song?
Because this song is Bruce Springsteen's song called The Ties That Bind. Welcome everybody to AfterBuzz, the penultimate Season 6 Arrow episode. Doesn't penultimate mean before the last?
Yes.
Before the last. Good job.
I'm from Oklahoma, don't know sometimes. So, you guys, we just hurry up and introduce you. But seriously, we've got, it was just Diaz. This guy was like a guy that just didn't know how to say no. He just kept, I'm going to kill you. Like, I need a Valium from this episode. It was so intense. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some AfterBuzz news that's coming up, and we're going to talk about somebody on this panel, and it's not me, and it's not Carolina, and it's not Linda. So it's Olivia, Matt, Stephen Amell
Today.
Matt, I was like, did you feel his arm? So we've got a lot of stuff coming, and we're going to break down this episode. And you guys, Olivia already needs to chill because Felicity
was so good
she's
today.
Freaking out. So
I'm just going to start it off. Hi, guys. I'm Olivia deBortoli. Felicity was so good tonight. She was like a warrior princess.
I love it.
And I can't believe there's only one episode left. I'm just so excited.
How long have you had that one in the bag? A warrior princess.
I just made it up just now.
No, from Xena, that 1990 show.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
keep
show.
that in the bag and you pop it out. And
That's
she's
a
like, she
good
had
show.
a warrior princess moment. Up comes the cue
You look like a warrior princess with your hair, Carolina.
Thank you. It's called It Was Wet, and I put it in 2 Ray-style Star Wars buns
Hope
because
we like it.
I call it my combat ponies.
What are you looking forward to? What tips talking about today?
All of it. Oh, it was so nice seeing everybody on the same side. That canary cry was bad.
Oh, that was cool.
And yeah. Also, what was that parent line? I have words for you, Oliver.
That was some words for you.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that. Linda Antwi.
Linda Antwi, yes. I want to talk about all of it, but I had a hard time with this whole episode.
Linda keeps it real.
I had a hard time, but we'll talk about it. But I did like Diggle and his wife, Lila, their fight scenes, and it reminded me, and I'm trying to think of the movie, with Brad Pitt.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
I had that all day long. I was like, oh my
God. The movie where he cheated on Jennifer Aniston.
I was like, where he lost his real wife.
That's the movie.
He was actually married, and now he wasn't because of that movie.
You see how they took it all the way there? I was just talking about
Jennifer Aniston.
I was just talking about the fight scenes.
Yeah.
It was
that's all. Specifically the fight scenes.
I love that movie.
That's true.
That movie's a great movie.
That's all.
That movie's a great movie.
Hashtag Linda So Real is already happening, Linda.
You know what? With these three, someone has to be the real one.
True.
It's true. And as always, invoking our old pal, Ali Kona Bradford, old host of the show. You are just as much part of this show today, too. So, as well, you guys, I have to say, we're going to totally go off the rails.
Wait, is there a ghost here?
No, it's our panel, our live chat. I have to say.
Allie's in the live chat?
Oh, no. Oh, you
he's
didn't know Ali Kona.
No.
She used to host the show, and she would always say, and as always, you're our 4th guest and out there in the world. And they are.
Oh, you freaked me out. I was like,
sorry.
was she having like
sorry,
a Beyonce
Caroline,
Holy Ghost
didn't
moment?
know what's happening. I got to send this to Ali Kona. She'll love that. But I just do want to say, we all get so excited when we start the show because we're watching the show on West Coast, and then we go in, and I love it. I open my YouTube and I put chat, and it just goes minutes, and it just makes me so excited. So I hope you know that we all get giddy over that. So we're excited to hear.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Cullen Prime. Hi, Xavier, Blob, Ivan. Always Ivan.
Always Ivan. We love my what did I call him last week? He's my
AfterBuzz boyfriend, even though he's
probably not. It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay. I love him.
Anyway.
All right, well, let's jump into the tie that binds. So I really liked how this episode, it just got me because it started with everybody kind of having their calm, beautiful moments. They're cooking breakfast for dinner. Diggle is getting his arm checked out.
Yeah, he is.
He has a really hot arm. That's all I'm going to say. I told last people in the comments, like, okay, I'll bring it down to hot guys, but if it's Diggle with his shirt off, I can't make promises.
I gave you a good arm
And
squeeze
you did.
during
You gave
the
me a good arm
live
squeeze.
stream so that you could
And
enjoy
Diggle
it.
and Lila are together now, and then Curtis is with his boyfriend, and then Renee and his daughter, and then I love that everybody's doing peace, and Dinah's just like still beating up. That's
so
like
angry.
That's her calm play.
I actually liked Dinah in this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
do too.
really enjoyed her, and that canary cry that she did where it bounced back was fabulous. So good job on the writing, the CGI, VFX, whatever. I liked it.
Yeah.
I think that means she's
Go
gonna
Dinah
die.
for once.
So we have this, and we're like, oh, great. It's all gonna be
Everyone's
great. And then he
happy.
gets a text from Holly, and literally, ship hits the fan. I
So
didn't say
hard.
the word, but something hits the fan. And it's so. What were you going through? Just what kind of stood out for you in that whole kind of chaos section?
I mean, I loved that opening scene, just like you said. Like, it was so good, and I love that they were all together, and then they all got attacked at the same time. And I didn't, it was good seeing like each person with their like individual family member or each person that they loved together.
Yeah, it was good for me when you saw like each person just chill, right? Like they haven't had a moment where they were just chilling, and you got to see like the sun, and then you got to see like the couples and all of that in the midst of the drama, but you knew that they were building up to something, like you could feel it. And I thought that as soon as those guys came ablazing, I mean, we knew it was over from there. But what was great is that it also brought it full circle, and it brought the team together.
Yeah.
So although they were under attack, they still reached out to each other like, hey, we're under attack, 911. And then they came together in the end.
Yeah.
Carolina?
I was pumped. I was so pumped for the fight choreography. I actually
Oh, it
went
was
on
good.
my IMDb Pro because I wanted to shout out the stunt coordinator, but the stunt coordinator is not listed for this episode. Dang it. They have 10 stunt players. 2 of them are doubles. So if any of you know
they
who
do.
the stunt coordinator is for this specific episode, tell me. I want to tweet him and be like, dude, this episode, mad props. It was
great.
incredible.
Especially the Oliver. I love
Yeah,
how
the Oliver, the hand.
I love them when we
Dina's
see
too,
like.
though.
Well, no, she was
All
great,
of
but
it.
I feel like sometimes I guess they've got so much other stuff going on, and it was cool. Like with no bow and arrow, you forget that Oliver is a badass,
Badass,
and he
yeah.
can do and like go there, and so that was.
Yeah, he just did
that
it with
was
his
great.
hand, like hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah.
It was
It
awesome. I
was
was like, get it, Oliver.
Great.
No wonder you're number one.
From the grappling to like the kick sequences, I want to go back and watch it again just to kind of slow it down and see. It was so good.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. So shout out to the stunt coordinator. I don't know who you are because IMDb did not designate you, so you should fix that
You should fix that.
because
So-
I have questions.
So the team's back together.
Yay!
I don't. Y'all know that I've been on the island by myself of not necessarily hating all of Team Newbies. So in someone, I forget who, I mean, maybe it was Silver Watcher. Someone said in the chat before we started the team back together, and I was like, yay, I'm excited. But did y'all?
I
what did
like
y'all
that it
think?
wasn't just the new team that was back together. It was like everybody. Like Lila was there. Like everybody from the beginning. I mean, obviously we're missing, Roy and Thea, but everybody was there together.
And Quentin.
Yeah, and Quentin. He wasn't even in this episode at all.
No
which
Black
is very
Canary,
weird.
or Black Siren, no Quentin.
They will be next episode though for sure.
Yeah.
But I like that we're all together. And then when Curtis said suit up, I was like, meh.
Yeah.
I got goosebumps.
Yeah.
Did you?
And I feel like
Look
that
at-
balanced it out, like having Lila and Felicity, like the whole team, like it was less annoying that there was like a new team, old team.
Oh,
it was
so
more just like
nice.
one team.
I even wrote it down. Look, Matt, I was on the island with you for a moment. It's nice to see everyone back together.
Oh, good. See. What? No. What did they
That
think of the
doesn't
chat?
mean I like Homeboy anymore.
I know.
But I appreciate all of them working together.
Blob says the team was that team was crowded as heck though. They needed to make more make room for Roy ASAP.
Can nobody be happy?
Nobody will be happy.
Oh, Ragman too, Ivan Soto. He
oh
was
my gosh,
good.
I wasn't on the panel when this, but did y'all like Ragman?
I liked him.
I loved Ragman.
I loved his powers. They were so weird and cool.
I liked it was something supernatural. Linda, did you like Ragman?
I did actually.
Carolina?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so bring back Ragman. That's what we. No, don't. We've got too many.
I
Don't.
have to find it. I actually have a video. I sent you guys a video today, but from Comic-Con, where someone asked Stephen Amell if he could like cross into another world that they haven't already crossed into, and he nominated Supernatural. How great would it be to see Arrow and Supernatural?
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
People's heads
They'd
would
lose
explode.
with their.
Yeah.
They'd lose their mind.
Now-
I can't even say it. I guess
Now, Linda Antwi did have one beef. She said during the show that she felt like you felt like in the fight that Diaz bested Mr. Terrific too quickly, right? You felt like you wanted more.
Well, because in the comics, Mr. Terrific is like Mr. Terrific. He's
Yeah.
a triathlon. He's a hardcore fighter. He's the best of the best. And I just thought that this fight scene was not realistic to me.
But now to play devil's advocate, technically Diaz in the comics is also an incredible fighter and grappler, and we haven't seen that at all
On both ends,
this
yeah.
season.
never.
Yeah, and
So it would have been nice to see that dragged out a bit more.
or just not the knife. Like actually have a fight where it didn't look like Mr. Terrific was getting his butt kicked.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Like more
So quickly. Like if they're
who's
both.
gonna win? He's a yeah. Okay, I see
But
what
that's
you
been
mean.
my problem the whole season is that I feel like Diaz, who's supposed to be this great fighter, we haven't really seen him fight. We've seen him pull out his guns and like shoot
thug
people
it.
Yeah.
and thug it out, or
Yeah, he's
knife
super
people.
thuggy.
But except for that one scene where we saw him act hand to hand, you haven't seen that, so it's not believable for me for fight scenes like that when all his go-to is just I'm going to stab you or shoot you.
They should have at least dragged it out a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Like, it was so quick. They started fighting, and then bam, it was over. And I was like, that was so fast. Mr. Terrific is supposed to be so good, and
Exactly.
he's just not in this.
No.
You know?
And then can I just say to whoever does the makeup, like, Mr. Terrific got his face bashed
Yeah, he
in
did.
really badly. And
And
then
the next
and
day
then
he was like
He's like,
flawless.
fine.
flawless.
Maybe he was on RuPaul's Drag Race and they beat his face to filth. Beat it to filth.
I don't even know what that
That's
means,
a
but it
whole
sounds
new
good.
side for Mr. Terrific.
Yo, like if you really do somebody's makeup, it's called
I
you
get
beat their
it.
face.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And if you
Beat
beat
it
it to filth means it's gagging. It's gorgeous.
Oh.
I feel like I just crapped
much
glitter.
makeup.
Like literally just like pulled down my rainbow pants and crapped glitter. I got so gay. But that's what it is. It just beat your face to the gods.
I know. I mean, I'm wondering.
Is that
like,
Carolyn was with
it's
me.
like, is that a bad thing?
You're a little gay, so you get it. Little.
I'm pretty straight, actually.
Well, I know, but I mean like a
But
gay
I
man.
get
We're off the rails. I was about to tell Linda to do the live read.
the sound.
It's not going to happen. I'll just do it. I'm just going to.
I got it. I can
Sure,
as a
you got it.
professional.
You got it.
Yes.
All right, let's hear about Maria Menounos, and we're going to jump right into it. Talk amongst yourselves.
Don't mind the tears. Want to have fun, learn, and grow in all areas of your life?
Yes.
For those of you who do, have we got a podcast for you? Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition, is hosted by our AfterBuzz TV founder and drops every Friday on iTunes. Conversations with Maria Menounos features celebrity and influencer interviews, along with secrets and tips on how to be a better person in all aspects of life. From wealth and wellness to career, relationships, finance, and more. Let our Maria be the big sister you've always wanted. Just go to iTunes and subscribe to Conversations with Maria Menounos for free. Be sure to rate and comment, and when you do, let Maria know that it was us from Arrow that sent you there. Conversations with Maria Menounos, podcast edition. Check it out.
I was
So good.
laughing in the middle of it because I started thinking you guys really should just let her know that Matt _T_R with the rainbow under ruse sent you.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I like that somebody in chat just said, "My goodness, Matt bringing RuPaul into this."
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Who would, that's what the crossover should be. It should be Oliver on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yeah.
Because you can't beat up those queens.
You know
He
what?
already wears enough makeup
You
on
should
that
just
show.
tweet it out to
You should
Steven
just
and
tweet
see
it.
if it
Yeah.
runs with him. No,
That's-
you can tweet it.
Okay, I'll
And I
tweet
feel
it.
Oliver needs a little laugh in his life anyway.
does
He
need a
he's
little
a
laugh.
little
Yeah.
uptight.
I feel like he would like put drag queens to shame.
Maybe.
I feel like he would do it. and you'd
Maybe.
be like,
I'm going to
"I
keep
can't
plowing, though.
unsee
We're going to
that."
get the buzzer, and I don't want to get it. So I'm going to stay on topic. See, aren't you proud of me, Tony? So let's talk a little bit.
No, he's crying.
He's crying. Let's talk about Oliver and the team. Oliver, they know that they've already been compromised in the old bunker, and then sure enough, they're burning that to the ground.
Yeah.
They really are, which scares me a little bit for the finale. They're like metaphorically and literally burning Team Arrow,
Everything.
like getting rid of everything. So now they're going to this second bunker.
But didn't they have that in season 4? Remember when?
Yeah,
They
this is.
burned the
Yeah,
bun- I was
yeah.
like, I feel like I've seen this
Yeah.
before.
You do not want to be a landlord to Oliver Queen.
No.
No, there you go.
It's not going to be.
Not one bunker,
having
but two
insur-
bunkers.
You want to be insured. That's for dang sure.
I feel like he owns them.
Probably.
Or
Although Oliver's not rich anymore,
he's
right?
not rich anymore. And
Felicity
he's not
is.
married.
When a billionaire goes broke, he just has millions of dollars.
That's kind of true.
Ba-dum-bum.
That's true. There's
true.
still,
He's even said this before.
Yeah,
The
that's true.
dude is not broke like
he's
that.
not broke. Yeah,
but
that's true.
yeah.
He's not like
He went
you
from
know.
a B to an M. He's okay.
He's okay. So now, well, not bad. Just start over. So let's talk about they're in the new space, and Linda's already, and Oliver kind of gathers them all together, and he asks them. They all want to just go guns blazing. He's like, no, let's wait, and he asks them to trust him. So my
Shocking.
question to all of you: would you have trusted Oliver?
Yes.
Oh wow, that was quick.
That was quick.
Yeah, because he doesn't normally put himself out there like that, and he always wants the best for everyone, and he's usually only self-destructive to himself. And
good
anytime
point.
he's been destructive towards people, it's because he's pushing them away, not because he's doing anything bad to them. So if I was on Team Arrow and he came to me and I'm in that situation and he says, "Trust me," I'd say, "Wow, you're asking for okay."
Because he didn't demand it. Normally he's like, do this.
Yeah.
I'm failing this.
It's true. He was asking for
But
very
he's
like
also learned that doesn't really work for him with this team. Look at the divide that
Yeah.
it's caused, and they are free to leave. But there they are, and he knows he needs their help. And I thought it was very humble of him to ask for that.
And he did say right after, he's like, I know I don't deserve your trust right now. And he gave like a good speech, and I would probably trust him.
Most
after
of the
that. I'd be
people in the
like, yeah.
chat are saying yes. JJ saying yes. Silver Watcher saying yes. Colin Prime. Emily Norton says maybe I would.
Emily hasn't decided yet.
Emily's wait. What about you, Linda?
I feel like Emily, I'd be like, well,
Linda keeps it real.
I'm a little skeptical, but the way he said it, I agree with all of you. Like, he didn't demand it. He just said, like, please trust me, and I know that it's going to be hard for you, which would be my reaction. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
hard for me after everything that we've gone through. But in the end, I would trust him because I think that that's what brought the group together. And you're, I don't know what the saying is, your enemy of your enemy is your friend or whatever.
Yeah.
So, like,
No, that's the saying. You got it. Boom.
You gotta
So-
get boom. The thing I liked is that, I mean, most people have watched the show from the beginning, but as a fan who's watched the show from the beginning, because some people jumped in, a season or two ago. But really, for someone who knows so much of the history of Anatoly and what that is for Oliver, I like that they brought that in. That was like, it was opposite of what's happening on Riverdale, where they're just throwing stuff against the wall.
you just got all the
Yeah.
shows
Yeah.
here today.
I've
But no,
never
I
seen
love it when they
Riverdale.
take something that is. They take something that's been. I mean, obviously Anatoly's been, but the whole Russian thing, Oliver, that
Yeah.
was several seasons ago. But we remember how close they were.
Yep.
And so, what do you think about Anatoly putting himself on the line? Do you think this is going to end well for him?
I like it because it brings the world of Star City and Arrow full circle. Like, they've really built a world for us to live in as viewers. So when you bring people back who are still alive, I hate when shows like introduce people and then they're just like
I hate that too.
forever gone, and you're like, oh, okay. I like that they bring people back constantly and consistently, like how they bring back oh my goodness, I'm like blanking the Lazarus Pit people.
Oh, you mean the League of Assassins?
Yes, I like
Yeah.
how they bring the League of Assassins back. I like
Yeah.
that they bring Anatoly back. And who knows, like, we could have Constantine back. I know that he's on Legends right now.
They brought
but
Chance
it's-
back for a second.
Yeah, it's nice to see these people intermingle, and not just during the
They
big
do
crossover.
a good job with that on this
They
show.
do such a good job, and that's why the show is so successful.
And
Yeah.
Anatoly has been kind of a pillar this whole season. You know, he's been there, and I feel like I had felt it from the beginning that he was going to stay. I mean,
it never felt right with him being bad.
It never felt right, and him and Oliver were like brothers. They were they were brothers in the Bratva. They were everything to each other, and there was no way for me that he was going to betray Oliver, and I knew that he was going to come back.
And I think that's what makes it amazing that he's going to be the key to bringing Diaz down and perhaps keeping Oliver and himself closer again.
Yeah.
They've got the best mole in there and they don't even know it.
I know. He almost got caught.
He was really good in that scene though when he lying.
Getting choked.
Yeah, and he was like, I always have to tell truth to Bratva.
Oh my goodness, you're Russian.
Where's my
It was
vodka?
great, right? Was it like
It was dead on.
It was just like I was right. You're right in Russia.
Yeah.
Like
Here's your bottle of vodka.
Hello, my name is Mort, and I drink vodka.
Vodka.
Yeah.
Vodka.
No.
Oliver, you have failed the city. That's good,
That was
right?
good. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah, thank you.
boy.
I'm not going to look at the chat right now.
Wait, but as we're talking about Anatoly and kind of like how we're at the penultimate episode towards the season finale, I want to bring up, because we're talking about what we think is going to happen. I read an interview with Marc Guggenheim, and he says he's alluded that tonight's
He's
actions...
the showrunner for this show,
Yeah.
for people that don't know.
Yeah. He's the showrunner, and he's alluded that tonight's actions lead us directly into season 7's consequences, and it's a very unconventional finale. So he says...
He's
They
going to keep
always
us on
say
edge.
He's been peppering. So this entire season, we felt that there wasn't enough resolution and there were all these loose strings. So apparently, they've been peppering throughout the whole season what's to come. It's all been foreshadowed from day one. So it'll be great to see what it is, because he's like, for people that have figured it out, because some have, he said in the interview, great. He's like, but for others, I'm really looking forward to the surprise. And then being like, oh, because they can look back and see all the foreshadowing. So I wonder what that will be. I want to hear people's thoughts on that.
And just to jump in what she's saying,
Please.
this
By the way,
is all
Match.
going to wrap up this season as well, because he's stepping down as showrunner.
Ah.
This season is his last. So next episode will be his last. And I think Beth, and I don't remember.
Schwartz.
Yeah, she's stepping in. So I think he's just really wrapping this whole...
Maybe that's
up
why
for
they
him.
brought all of everybody
Exactly.
together in these next couple episodes. Like, you know, we'll see Laurel. Everybody's going to be
Excited to see
there.
White Canary.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like, everyone is going to come back as a final shebang.
Maybe she'll get her cry that you've been dying for.
Oh, that would be so...
I know. I tweeted her about it.
Get your
she
cry.
didn't care.
No.
I like
She
that
cares.
someone in the chat, Matt Shamlu, just said in a Russian accent, "Mot chill." I didn't read that. But, White Canary. Okay, so you said White Canary, and it totally just distracted me. But no, I
Derailed
think...
you.
Okay, so let's... Before I want to talk a little bit about... Well, no, let's talk about this and then I'll... what do we think about the whole Felicity and Oliver when she went in there in the middle of that fight? I was tense.
I was tense.
I was afraid. I know they're not going to kill Felicity. Of
course not.
But
Of course.
I said it, and Olivia, if you're listening to the podcast,
Took a step
Olivia
back.
backed away to the table. You know, like when somebody farts real quickly, and you're like, whoa. Like, that's what
Don't
she
go
did.
there.
Don't go there. But yeah, so they're not going to kill
No.
Felicity. But I was still, and I think that goes to the good job they did of this episode. I was nervous. Were y'all or no?
No.
You were
I'm
nervous?
wrong to pick.
First
with
of all,
Oliver.
she has been in the fighting before. This wasn't her first time like jumping into the action. She's done it before. I don't know why he's so concerned this time. Maybe because she's the
wife
mom
and
and the
mom.
wife.
But she doesn't have a gun. They're all shooting at
She's
her.
done it before.
She's never had a gun.
She's
though.
never had a gun. She's
I don't
done
want
it
her to.
before. She's been in the trenches before. You know, like, yes, most of the time she's just Overwatch and she just watches them and helps them from above. But this time she jumped in, and she has jumped in before, and I was not concerned for her at all because she's a warrior.
Okay.
She was a warrior.
And earlier this season, she saved Oliver, remember?
Yeah.
When she jumped in. So sometimes she just has to jump in and
So do you
handle
think
it.
she should have listened to Oliver? Or do you think she made the right call?
No, I made the right call.
I think she should listen to her husband.
But can I-
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. Linda, you guys. Linda almost.
I was like, what
She
year
almost jumped
are
over
we?
the stage.
Are
Linda
we
almost
in?
right off. No, I'm Cree. I kind of act.
Wait, I know I'm in America, but like, where am I right now?
Well, no, but I actually
Handmaid's Tale.
I joked about that.
Right.
He is
but
from
I-
Oklahoma.
Too much
It's
Handmaid's
true.
Tale.
It's
No
from
offense to
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
No, you can say. I know I bring that up as a joke because I did have that a little bit like while watching. I was like, okay, Oliver, I know you're the Green Arrow, but it feels a little sexist that you like want the wife to stay home with the kid.
He was
Wait.
just being protective of her too. Like he loves her so much, and he's always loved her, but he's just like trying to be overprotective.
So
and
do you think it's not a woman thing? Like if Oliver was gay married, he would still tell his gay
yeah,
husband
for
to
sure.
stay home?
He would do the same thing for Oliver.
Okay.
Yeah, or for William. He
Okay,
would
I'll
do
take it.
he would do that, and that's why I'm concerned if they ever do have a baby, because he's going to be so
they need to have a baby.
overprotective. He's going to be so overprotective of all of them.
Wait, I'm so upset. Wait, let me backtrack a little bit. Before
Sure,
she
do.
hopped in, he was like, "You can only come if you stay outside. You're a parent now."
What is he?
You,
Oh, wait, hang on. Number one, Oliver, you lied about this child and you hid him from her.
It's true.
And you were like, "This is not your problem. This is not your issue."
Oh, he
and
was.
you get
That's
married,
true.
and all of a sudden he's like, "Well, you're a mom now."
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're a father, and you actually did this one.
Don't ever get in a fight with Carolina because
Yeah.
she will remember things, people. She will remember
Like an elephant.
and cut you.
Jesus.
I was literally livid.
But that's a great
Did you
point.
see my face when he said? I was like, "What?"
He literally did tell her that was
Number
not a problem.
one, he's a father.
Yeah.
And that kid already lost his mother, and as great as Felicity is, she's wonderful and loving, but she's his stepmom.
yeah.
What is that line?
I know.
It
That
gave
was a
me
weird line. It was a-
rage. If I
It
could
was
have
right.
spewed lava, I would have.
Oh, I think you are.
If you guys are listening and not viewing, she has her finger out like all the way, pointing like,
all the way
like
pointing.
hard.
I'm yelling at
the
them all the
way.
way in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm like, what was that line?
Yeah, that
Who
was a
got
weird
that
line.
greenlit?
How
I'm
come-
so mad.
How come no one tells Carolina to chill?
Nobody's
Gosh,
yeah.
just
Because
you and
they
me,
agree
Olivia.
with me.
It's true.
I know. We
Yeah,
just
even-
we just get the chills all the
Even
time.
you gotta chill.
I gotta chill already.
You
Yeah.
gotta chill. You gotta chill.
I didn't even start and I had to chill.
Yeah.
'Cause I didn't even cry yet today, you guys.
It'll come for all of you. You know, and chill is a good word that if you ever want to leave a review in iTunes or Stitcher or Google Play, wherever you listen to podcasts, just, give us 5 stars and put, "This show needs to chill." That's fine, whatever you want. No, put what you like about the show. Share the show with a friend. We do this show for free because we love it. We love doing Arrow. We
Yeah.
love the show. We love AfterBuzz. We love Kevin Marie. And so it just helps share the love, sugars. And
Sugars.
subscribe to the pod. My mother she was like, "I look at your podcast, but how do I find the new one?" I was like, "Just subscribe," and then it tells you. And she went, "Oh!" So if you don't know, hit the subscribe button to YouTube, podcast, wherever, and then you'll just get an update
Yeah.
whenever we have a new episode. You'll just get it.
I really feel that your mom would be offended if she heard your voice.
She's actually a very, very smart woman. So
She should come
probably
onto
would.
our show. That would
No.
be legit.
No, she
Matt's
worked-
like,
my mom worked.
Matt's like, no,
I would have
no.
to be a totally different.
I love my
person.
mother. I would have to be a little. She was like, "Matthew, I can't believe you said
You
that.
said that.
Can't believe you said that,
Why you gotta be
Matthew.
so dirty?"
Matt started off real hot to show.
It's
Good
true.
thing we weren't live yet.
It's
Good
true.
thing.
Very, very. My mother worked for the IRS. She's like a hardcore. I'll be scared. Okay, so yeah, leave a review, everybody. We appreciate that. Now let's get into kind of the nitty-gritty into this. I mean, it was just. I mean, really, I could have said this episode's about Diaz just trying to kill everyone, and that's
Everybody.
pretty much the episode. But so we kind of get like 3 different times that he tries to do this. So now he is like. This is pretty dire. So they've already lost their first place, their first crib, hideout,
Yeah.
whatever. They lost
It's
that
called a
one.
bunker, but continue.
Bunker. They go to
Yeah,
the. They went
we
to
knew
the,
what you were talking
They went
about.
to the PD. They lost that, although that was an awesome Lila and
Yeah.
Diggle moment too. By
Yeah,
the way,
they're like-
I love that.
Yes.
And their
Yeah.
little quote together.
I like them
Yes.
together.
They
If
were the dynamic duo.
They
of the
kinda were.
episode.
Usually I don't like their dynamic and I don't think they have chemistry, but today I was like,
Oh,
They
okay.
did.
Yeah.
Prove me wrong.
You want to know what it is? They needed action.
They
They
do.
did.
Usually
It
they're
was
just sitting
so
there and,
good.
oh, where is so and so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had action.
And they
so
were
it's like,
like-
yes.
Because you know they like go and like beat people up and
Yeah.
then they come home and like do it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like, no, but it's like passionate.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what I
Matt.
mean.
Matt.
They know. The people know.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I so not where I was going with that, but
No.
thanks.
I'm
Matt.
just saying.
So back on track.
You know, shoot the gun. Diggle picks her up and
Yeah,
carries her,
I know.
and I say Diggle, and he's like, Matt, I know. I mean, Lila.
Matt, I know.
Sorry, I got confused. No, but seriously, we're
You're
all
getting a Matt
You're gonna
chill.
get a chill
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure
sorry,
on that
for
one.
sure. So, but they had great. I would like it. Even, I loved it so much. I would be down with like a Diggle Lila spinoff. It was like
Yeah,
if they
that
were
was
running
good.
something.
But they would have to have action all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. So now Diaz, they are in their last kind of hideout, and they're gassing the place, and they're trying to get this. And here's the thing, Carolina, did you say this truth? Did you say why can't she do this on an iPad?
True.
Like they're stuck like to a computer.
I did. I got so mad. She's like, 5 more minutes. I'm like, has this girl not heard of a laptop? Can somebody get Felicity an iPad? You can plug in a
Something.
thing to an iPad. They got little
Something.
connectors. You put the USB thing in. She's a wizard on
Yeah.
the computer.
Just like run and do it.
She's
You know?
run, girl.
Or like have him carry you
so
and do
I
it.
want to like send Beth next season an iPad mini and just have a sticky note on it that says for Felicity,
Felicity.
Yeah.
with like a heart.
I could send Beth a
'Cause-
picture of
'cause
an
girl-
iPad. Maybe. That's all I can't afford. Remember, we're doing this show for free, y'all. No.
But
So-
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
kinda
I know what you
overbought.
mean.
I was like, what do you mean you can't leave? It's 2018, girl. Get yourself a laptop.
Yeah.
That was, again, that fight scene made me tense because of the smoke and stuff. And at first I forgot that there were Argus people in there.
Yeah.
So I couldn't tell who was
Yeah.
getting shot or
Yeah.
killed. Like at one point I thought someone on Team Arrow got shot. And I
was like,
kind of
"Ugh."
gasped. I was
Yeah.
like, ah.
Yeah.
And then, like, it had this, I thought, this great scene of why Oliver and Felicity work so well. Like, why we all ship it so hard is because they have a good give and take, a good like, kind of yin and yang, where we kind of had like Felicity saying, no, let me do this, it's fine, I got it, and for her wanting to like stay and get that encryption, and Oliver, again, like you were saying, Carolina, not angrily, but just kind of calmly was like, I'm gonna find another way.
Yeah.
Like,
I
but
loved
this is
it.
about.
Yeah.
I thought it was great
When he
how they
picked her
just.
up and carried her, I was like,
That scene was so pretty too. Like it was like he was
Yes.
carrying her and it was just like
Yes.
beautifully lit in the background with
Yeah.
smoke. I was like,
He's
ooh,
like, I got you,
that's
Matt.
A good
I mean,
scene.
Felicity, and I was like,
look at that man leading this woman. I
Lisa
was in for
Yasko
it.
says, Olivia, he could totally carry me up. Amen, girl. Right?
Amen.
He could carry me
girl.
to the end of the world.
Amen to the end of the world.
Yeah.
And so then, and I did kind of laugh. There was a fight scene where like Oliver like goes after Diaz when Diaz is at the top of the stairs. It did look kind of funny because Oliver was like running up the stairs, and Diaz just like went kick. He just kicked him. 'Cause what are you gonna do?
I
like
thought
a
about the
flea.
same thing. I was like, why is he running up,
Yeah.
holding the railing towards
Like
him? Like
shoot
he's
an
not
arrow
gonna
or
get
something.
kicked.
Yeah, pull him to anyway. But
Yeah.
they ended up blowing up the building, barely getting out in the nick of the time.
That
and
blow up scene killed me, by the way.
Why?
They've blown up so many buildings.
So
but
many
Only this building blew up on the inside, and they're standing like 20 feet from the door and the fire and the debris.
It's coming
And they're
They
just
blew
looking
up
at it.
everywhere. Kind of.
No, they should have. He said they demolished.
I
That
kind of like how it
building,
blew
and
up
they
in
were
like
right
in
there.
parts.
Yeah.
I thought it was real.
I thought it felt real to me.
I liked
The
it.
end when they were like 20 feet from it, looking at it, I was like, really?
Yeah.
It was.
How,
I was okay with
how
that.
do we
Took me
feel
away.
about how do we feel about the quadrant? How they just got wiped out?
Obviously, I forgot about them.
I feel like
I mean, that kind of tells you.
Like what happened there? What?
Oh man, I was so positive on this episode. Olivia, you
I
just.
I just was bringing stuff up because I feel he's
sweater off.
he's
No, I'm
taking it
kidding.
off.
No, but to me, I just feel like the quadrant has been. I hope they're not, or they've got a really. Beth has
Well, they're
got some
done
work
now.
to do with the quadrant. Or we have.
are they or
So-
are
They're
they
the
just
biggest
the
crime
lackeys?
organization
Here's-
ever, and Diaz just killed all of them in like a week.
Right?
Here's my
Right?
question.
Right?
I spent like 3 episodes watching him try to get into the quadrant,
Yeah.
trying to have to like kill all these people and do all these tasks to finally get in. And then you are able in one episode to kill all the main players of the quadrant
And the lady that we
who
love.
Who he said that he has Star City, but the quadrant had like
The world.
the world.
Yes.
How
And the
did
Lazarus
Like,
pits.
wait, what? I was so irritated by this
But
episode.
the only thing I could think of is that because Mark is no longer going to be the showrunner and it's being the torch is passed to Beth, perhaps her plans for
wrapping
season
it up.
7 do not involve the quadrant.
But then
That
why
makes
would you
sense.
bring it up two episodes
Well, probably
before the
because
end?
they don't know. Did he know this was his last season to be the showrunner from the
I don't
beginning?
know.
I don't know if from the beginning. I
Black
just read about it.
Black Magic says the quadrant was supposed to be the Illuminati, and then he just stabs everybody and takes over. Like,
Because
right?
you think
Yeah.
about what they did with the League of Assassins.
yeah,
It was much more of a slow burn. We really believe, like you said about creating a world, we believe that the League of Assassins is everywhere and we don't even know it. And with the quadrant, I'm like, oh please, that's some guy named Gary and
Yeah.
Leroy
Yeah.
at a 7-Eleven.
Seriously.
Right.
You know
Which
what I
is
mean?
right up Diaz's alley. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
maybe it makes sense.
Maybe it.
But I wrote that too about Diaz. I was watching this episode and I was thinking, and by the way, this was one of my favorite episodes.
It's a great
all
episode,
season.
yeah.
I loved it. And I had a lot of love for Dina. I also want to
Dinah.
shout out the actress Dinah because she had a great moment when Echo comes in, or not, sorry, Echo,
Curtis.
Curtis comes in. And she has that monologue where she's giving him the pep talk, and it was really beautiful. And I want to say that before we close out because really beautiful moments, like
Yeah.
great acting.
We'll
I
give
really
you shade
enjoyed
on
it.
this show, but we'll give you light.
Yeah.
We'll give you both.
Light
I
And
loved it.
balance.
I have something about that too, but it's going to be in my predictions. But I feel like, are y'all ready to move on to news, or is
No,
there
I
something?
wanted to finish with my thought. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I thought you
I just
finished.
wanted to include her before I said this.
Oh,
But we've all kind of been lukewarm on Diaz all season, and
Mm-hmm.
we haven't really been able to put our finger on it. And I feel like I put my finger on it tonight.
okay, spill.
I said what I feel that we're missing in the threat with Diaz is because no one is really damaged. Not that I want more death, but nobody's really losing anyone who's vitally important to them. Like, they had this big fight tonight. Curtis had a little scuffle as Mr. Terrific, but then in the next episode, his makeup was flawless.
Because we see him
Yeah.
kill
And-
people we don't care about. Like
Yeah,
the guy,
there's-
the kid, the bully from school
guy
he
he
burned,
torched,
and
yeah.
There's a
stuff
lot
like
of
that.
there's a lot of bullying, there's a lot of cyberbullying, there's a lot of blackmailing, but no one has really lost anything that cost them. And the only thing I can think of the season finale is that, you know,
Yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
Quentin is,
Because
you
like
know,
League of
but
Assassins,
still,
they
like,
killed Black Canary.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a good point.
And
Yeah,
every-
like nobody's lost somebody really close to them. Like, it would have even been interesting for them to bring on an auxiliary character that became a helper, and we lost them. Perhaps somebody
Well-
young or somebody
Yeah.
was helping.
We're going to talk about predictions. Maybe they have.
But he
Maybe
did do
they
okay
have.
this episode. I think he's finally like getting there for me
I'm
at
so not
least.
scared of him as a big bad. Even with the quadrant, he was like, "Huh, knife in the
Getting
throat."
better,
Yeah.
but
Immediately
I'm ready
done.
for him to die. So
We're almost there.
We're almost there, everybody. So, okay. So we've got, I mean, there's so many fan shout outs that we got going on today. We've got, obviously, Ivan's was great. Black Magic, thank you. Everybody on CW shows fall in love quicker than high schoolers.
True.
It's true. We don't have time. We don't have time for it. We got to get to the action.
Lisa Yasko, hey.
Yes,
Blob
go
is
ahead.
always up. Hey guys.
Thank y'all so much again. We appreciate it. We love our watchers. Now let's talk about some AfterBuzz news.
Oh.
Oh, that was so good.
What?
You sounded like the actual voiceover.
Oh no, yes. The news. And then we've got our bullseye. And then we've got predictions. All right.
Okay, so
news for today.
yay! It's
lady.
actually news and news because I work at a news station
Look at
during
that
the day.
picture. If you're watching the podcast, we're looking at a picture of Olivia and Stephen Amell right
So
now.
Stephen Amell came on today. He's talking about his Knocking Point wine. He was also talking about Arrow, the season finale and all that. But he was mostly talking about his Knocking Point wine that he makes. So he came on. I took a little pic with him, and we also it was his birthday 2 days ago. So on the station where I work at, we brought him out a cake on set. So I think we have a quick little clip of that if we want to show
Oh, is it gonna work?
you. Let's see.
She sent us a thing, and I said, he has abs. He'll never eat cake.
You did say that.
He did, yeah.
I did say that.
Let's see.
Let's see.
It
There
was
we-
on Tuesday. This keeps happening to me. People keep bringing me
We can't help ourselves.
surprise.
You just turned 37. It's a bit.
No, it's fine. Just one.
Just one candle.
Okay.
You want to keep those
One piece of
abs
cake.
in.
That's it.
Can you eat these?
You can have
Yeah.
whatever you want.
Okay.
Everything's edible.
Yay!
Yay!
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. When was your birthday?
It was
Okay,
on
that's it.
Tuesday.
Oh,
So yeah, it was his birthday. Happy birthday, Stephen, and thanks for coming on our show. It was awesome.
That is super cool.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
Really nice.
That's,
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you want to just ask him all things about Emily?
I did, but I gotta keep it profesh. So I
She
did.
was good.
You know,
She chilled.
I did. I chilled
So
for
Olivia
once.
can chill when she
But
needs
like,
to chill.
like
When
you
she
guys
texted
said,
us
if it were
today-
Emily, if like you guys said, if it
Yeah.
were Emily, I would have a restraining order right
That's
now
what Carolina
against me.
said, yeah.
I would be in handcuffs.
Yeah, she texts us, guess what, guys? And I was like, did you meet Emily? Is she currently at the courthouse as you text us getting a restraining order
Yeah.
against
It would
you?
be
Yeah.
true.
That would be true, unfortunately for her.
True. So, do we have other news? I just want to make sure.
No, I mentioned it already. I
Okay.
just
Oh,
wanted
yeah,
about
yeah,
the
yeah.
showrunner.
Showrunner, great.
Yeah.
Oh, Ivan said he shaved his head again. Yes, his hair was very
He
short.
did shave his head again. Keep it profesh, yes.
Yeah.
Also, he's the only person that can look so good in overhead lighting. Like,
Yeah.
what
It's
is
true.
that? Is
He's
it because he's so
37?
tall and
Yeah.
he's just closer?
It was his 37th birthday on Tuesday.
I gotta do way more with my life. Jesus. All right. What's your bullseye, everybody? Let's talk about what is your bullseye for this week. That's your bullseye noise, everybody. Anybody going first? Anybody?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Mine was really quick. It was just the moment where Curtis was in the bunker with with the whole team, and he said, "Can I just say it for one more time?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he said, "Suit up."
Yeah, it was awesome.
I was like, "Oh,
Great.
that's my bullseye. Cute,
Cute.
cute."
Oh!
Yay!
I literally cracked more glitter. I went, I was like that laughing
There's
guy
glitter
from-
on the floor.
Yeah.
He's not lying. It's
and
all
Olivia
over.
joined
Yeah.
you though. She joined you too.
Like,
Rainbow colored glitter,
Well, like,
for clarification.
Liberace just looked down from heaven and said, "That guy's gay." Okay. Linda Antwi, what is your bullseye?
Why do you set me up like that all the time? Why? I need a minute. You should know that by now.
All right, I'll
when
tell
you
you
say
my
something
bullseye.
crazy.
Carolina, what's your bullseye?
All right, so my bullseye is actually Lila and Diggle when they were fighting and he swung her around and she's like, "I got it, babe," and then they kept swinging. I loved that.
It was great.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was
so
great.
Very
good.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith, like she
So
said.
good. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, yes.
Yay!
Yes.
Oh, I
Linda
love it.
Antwi, what is your bullseye?
I'm gonna choose Diaz when he said, "I was just coming to kill you. Guess you met me halfway." I thought that line was so corny, but
It was
really
good.
It was
For
good.
a comic book. I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it very much. All right.
Ooh. We're so
I
dumb.
feel so good.
We are the
Love it.
dumbest.
We are the dumbest.
We are the dumbest, and I'm
I
sorry
know.
to everybody. Go ahead.
Are you though?
Thank
No.
you so
Oh,
much
this was
for
another
listening.
one. Sorry,
Oh, sorry, not sorry.
Damn it, that was my bullseye. Oh, crap. Just took my bullseye. Quack, quack. Well, I guess I won't say it now.
Aw.
That was it.
Oh my
Linda
God.
just took it.
Oh, Puddle
have a
Pirate
backup?
Productions. Puddle Pirate Productions. Hello, you wanted a shout out. Shout out.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Puddle Pirates. Yeah, they put something earlier. We talked about their
Puddle
fun-
Pirates.
great.
That's what the Navy calls the Coast Guard.
It is. Well, since I don't have a, let's talk about. I'm gonna go first
We were
with
twins in the previous life.
You are. I'm gonna go first with my predictions so y'all don't steal it. So can we talk about some AfterBuzz predictions?
That's a good note.
All right. So Linda's actually crying.
I am, because that was super fun.
Oh, Puddle Pirate
It was
is
in the Coast Guard. Hey, Puddle, thank you for your service. We appreciate that so much. That's
You
a
don't
big
thank
deal.
me every week.
Were you in the military?
I was in the Navy.
You were? Thank you. I didn't know that.
Don't really clap.
She
No,
said,
really. Thank you for your
you don't
service.
thank me every week.
Every
So,
week now.
Jesus,
Every time I
week
see
now.
you, I'm just gonna text you on Tuesday and just
Right.
thank you for your service.
Right.
Every week.
That's awesome. You're a warrior woman.
That's funny.
All right, let's talk about AfterBuzz prediction. So my prediction is it's actually about Dinah because
Ooh.
Dinah had this moment where she was giving Curtis this great advice and saying, "Don't do what I did. Don't be a vigilante." I don't know if we're gonna have a double death because we already know about somebody who's gonna pass away. But I think she's either gonna die or for sure she's leaving the show. Just
Wow.
because I felt like
This season?
Like, that's
I
it?
kind of think so. Or maybe because I feel like why would they? She has not thought logically and clear-headed this whole entire season.
Kind of, though. This last, like, when she was talking to Curtis.
I feel like ever since she
sorry.
went back to work, when she
It's
started
better-
working
Let the man
again.
finish his
but
thought.
better. but it was better. But she's been kind of like also aggro emotional this whole season, and then all of a sudden they do this a lot in TV shows where the person will have like a moment of clarity and they're like, oh, I'm a better person now, and then like she'll sacrifice herself, or everybody. It struck me too that in the beginning of the episode, everybody was with their family and with somebody and had somebody to go home to, but not her.
Yeah, it's true.
So I kind of think she might kick it. Anyway, what are y'all's predictions?
Well, you guys let us know if you have predictions in the chat.
Oh, yeah,
So by the
please
time
do.
they go, I'll be able to read some of them. I mean, mine is pretty mundane. When we saw the flash forward, I guess, for next week's episode, and Laurel said, "I'm gonna kill you," I think that is gonna be the moment that Lance gets killed, and then she sees it, and then that makes her turn around, come back, and then she's gonna be like a main character again, but for good.
I still think that's disrespectful, Black Canary.
I agree with you on that one, but my prediction is that Marc has warned us it's going to be an ambiguous ending, and I think that we're going to be kind of left open-ended with things in the air, and perhaps we'll see a return of a more traditional Team Arrow for season 7.
Linda Antwi.
What's the FBI lady's name again?
Watson.
We didn't talk about
we'll
Watson.
talk about
That was a
Watson.
good line Watson had at the end.
Oh,
What
we
do
have
you
to
think?
talk about her.
Yeah,
You
go.
get it. So Watson says at the end, just so you know, Watson, who we've been saying, where is she? Then she showed up. Oliver tells her, I'm the Green Arrow. And she's like, two things. So she's like, first say the words. And he said, I'm the Green Arrow. And she said, and the truth will set you free. And then he said, what's the second thing? And they paused.
What is the second
Linda
thing?
Antwi, what do you think the second thing is?
I don't know what the second thing is. But why I'm bringing that up is because I think that she is going to be the key to what brings down the big bad.
you think
Ooh, so not Anatoly.
Or, I'm sorry?
I said, ooh, so not Anatoly.
Or she is Team Diaz, and it's gonna be like.
I don't think she's
I don't think
Diaz.
she's Team Diaz.
I don't think she is.
Yeah, but we haven't seen her for most of the season. Why is she all the way back again?
Yeah, but what does that mean for
point.
him? That can he get double jeopardy and get tried again?
No.
So now
Yeah,
he-
but just for her to know, after all this, she wanted to know that he was a Green Arrow. So
Yeah.
after all this, her knowing, she better be Team Arrow.
She better.
Because that could just be a hot mess.
Puddle Pirate Production says, I think Laurel will leave but come back time to time next season.
Blob says, I predict that Quentin doesn't die because they've telegraphed it so much. Plot twist. I don't know how they get rid of him.
That would be kind of amazing
he's
if they
actually
didn't do
exiting.
that. I know, but they were saying with all the press, if actually they were like, no.
Or if he didn't die, but I think he's saying like, or she, whoever. Sorry, I don't remember the name. But if they were like, if he was leaving but not getting killed off, like he was just like, I'm gonna go home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go move. Like something weird like that.
Ooh, somebody thinks Watson, Cliff Washington thinks Watson said, I think she will make Oliver tell the world. I don't know.
Why? What does that achieve?
I don't know.
for her?
And Puddle Pirate also thinks that they might be setting up Watson to be kind of the big pain in Oliver's butt for next
That's what
season.
I was just saying to you guys.
Yeah. I know. Yeah, agreeing with you.
Yeah.
So
Like, who knows?
maybe
The truth will set you free. Why is that important to be number two?
I took that as like, I think she's going to help him and be on
That's
his
what I
side.
took it as.
That's what I think.
That's what I took it as.
Because she's saying, I'm going to free, like, that's all I needed to know, because she probably secretly wanted to help him all along.
She did not want to help him.
What if she's a superhero?
just-
What if she's actually a superhero?
What superhero would she be?
There's tons of DC
there's
series. They
so
just pick
many.
one.
Yeah.
She could be any of them.
Pick one.
Pick a DC.
Throw superheroes around. You have to come up with a theory for who
Hey.
you think she'll be. Listen, Ginger.
Maybe she'll be the new Black Canary. They keep having so many. Maybe they'll kill Laurel. They'll finally have a Black Canary. They should.
We're so done today.
So done, everybody.
We're so done today.
We gotta go.
Wrap this
We are
show
wrapping it
up,
up.
everybody.
We gotta go.
Hey, we
Thank
love
you
you
for
guys
doing
so much.
that.
Yes.
You literally are the best panel in the world. We appreciate your comments so much. And tell everybody where they can find us.
Guys, Linda Antwi is so girly. That is super funny. Linda is so girly all across social media. We love hearing from you. You guys were very active last week. Let's keep it going.
Yeah. Carolina.
Hey guys, I'm Carolina Bonetti. You can find me on Twitter at Carolina Bonetti and Instagram at LenaBean113. And if you go on there, you'll see that I'm in a show next week. So if you're in LA, come see me.
Yay! I'm gonna try to go. I'm gonna try. I'm Olivia deBortoli. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Olivia deBortoli. And hit me up on Twitter. We're gonna talk about it, and I'll jump in the comments too.
All right, and you can find me. I'm the Matt Marr, 2 T's, 2 R, and I know. Oh, and it means peace. I just got that. Oh, 'cause I'm peace.
Actually, it means two things. If you're British, if you do it the wrong way, it means up your bum.
Oh, hey, I'm into that too. So, hey, I'm just saying. We'll see you next week. Hey, by the way, I'm going to be on Modern Family next Wednesday. Watch the episode. You'll see my one line. All right, everybody. Tag us at AfterBuzz TV, and we'll see you next week. We gotta go chill. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Matt, chill!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.